Hello everyone, my name is Christina. I sell full-time on eBay, and today I'm going to bring you a video on what items have sold for me the first week in February. The first item was a Fitbit battery and charger. I purchased this recently at Goodwill for $1.99 and it sold for $18.88. I did actually offer free shipping. Typically I don't offer free shipping on any of my items. The next is a Sony Walkman Sport. It's a CD player. I purchased this probably back in summer for $2.99 at Goodwill, and it sold for $24.88. The next item is this iClicker 2. For some reason, a long time ago, I was thinking that these were worth money, but they're not. I think I have like 99 cents into it, and it only sold for $7.88, so I probably won't be picking those up anymore. The next item is a Netgear dual band router. I recently purchased this for $7.99 at Goodwill, and it sold for $38.88, and this one actually sold overnight after I listed it. The next item is a JEB Mercury die-cast model kit. I believe I have $7.99 into this. I purchased this around Christmas time, and it sold for $28.88. Another item I purchased was a Panasonic DVD recorder. I could not get it to work, and so I sold it as parts as is, and it sold for $59.88. The next item is another Panasonic DVD recorder. This one I did test, and it actually did work. There was no remote to it, and it sold for $75.88. I have $7.99, I believe, into this one, and then the next item is a retail arbitrage at Walmart. I bought a bunch of them, but I don't know. I don't know. They're not really selling that great. A Keurig Swiss Miss Peppermint hot chocolate. I paid $3 for it, and it sold for $10.88 plus shipping. Another item I sold was a Perry Ellis tank tops. This is something I purchased at Gorman's when they were going out of business during the summer. I believe I have like $3 into it, and it sold for $19.88, and I actually did offer free shipping on that particular item. Another item is a Barbie 10-speed bicycle. It's from the 70s. When I purchased it, I was thinking it was worth a lot more money, but it really wasn't. I paid $5.99 for it, and it sold for $22.88. Another item I recently purchased was Levi's jean shorts. I paid $4.49 for them, and they actually sold within 2 days for $18.88, because right now is the time, if you do sell clothing, to start looking at summer items, because a lot of people are going to look at summer items. The next is 1970s vintage body talk card game. I've had this for probably 8 months. I paid 99 cents for it, and it sold for $14.88. Another item I sold was a Fall Raven. I'm not sure if I'm really saying it right. They actually make backpacks as well. Button-down shirt. I paid $5.49 for it, and it sold for $39.88, and it actually sold within 2 days of me listing it as well. Another item is a Mattel Pixel Chicks. This is what I was talking about in one of my prior videos. If you ever see Pixel Chick items, to purchase them, because they are worth some money. I paid 99 cents for it, and it sold for $79.88. Another item I purchased was a Dr. Madrid bedwetting alarm. I believe I paid $3.99 for it, and it sold for $28.88, and I did purchase that at Goodwill. Another plush that I purchased at Goodwill was a Himalayan cat. I paid 69 cents for it, and it sold for $15.88. So any type of plush that you see that is unique usually will sell, like particular breeds of cats, sometimes particular breeds of dogs. Another item I purchased, which I probably wouldn't have purchased again, was a low back spinal traction decompression device. I think I paid $1.99 for it, and it sold for $12.88. Another item is another Justice pet, Cleo the kitty. I have $1 into it, and it sold for $7.88. The Funko Pop Rick and Morty, Evil Morty. This was a GameStop exclusive. This was part of all those Funko Pops I purchased at Goodwill for $2.99, and then this one sold for $18.88. I sold another pair of women's Levi's American Eagle jeans for $24.88, and all the jeans around here are $6.49 at Goodwill. Another item is an LL Bean puffer jacket. I have $5.49 in it, and I probably wouldn't have purchased this otherwise. And it sold for $19.88, and then I had free shipping on it, so I didn't make a whole lot of money off of that. Another item is a Ubisoft Hercules Rocksmith guitar adapter cable. I recently just purchased actually two of these at a Goodwill. For one was 99 cents and the other one was $1.99, but they were the exact same thing. This one sold for $20.88. Another Funko Pop I sold was a South Park one. It sold for $32.88. And then I recently sold a Make It and Bake It. It was a Care Bear edition. I didn't have the sun catcher or anything. I believe I paid $2.99 for it, and it sold for $49.88. And that sold actually relatively quickly. Another item is a Pampered Chef round pizza cooking stone. As I said before, if you find any Pampered Chef, and don't be deterred if it's like a little dirty, or if it's has baked on discoloration. People still will buy it, and you can actually, if you wanted to take the time, clean it up with baking powder. Anyways, I paid, I think, $1.99 for it, and it sold for $47.88. Another item was a vintage Apple teal keyboard. It was a USB one. It sold for $22.88, and I believe I only paid $1.99 for that as well. And then Jake in the Neverland game. I had this game for like a year. I only paid 99 cents for it, but it finally sold for $14.88. And then another item I had probably 6-7 months, Bath and Body Works Aromatherapy Potpourri. I believe I paid $2.99 for it, and then it finally sold for $14.88. I probably wouldn't have picked this up again if I see it. Another item is Polaroid cameras. Some Polaroid cameras, especially the colored ones, can be worth quite a bit of money. These, unfortunately, weren't those ones. I probably have $4 into it, and they sold for $20.88. Another item is a vintage Michael Jordan Space Jam pillow. I picked this up over the summer at a yard sale for $1, and it sold for $29.88. And then another item is the Game of Life, which I think I might have priced this a little low, because the pricing on it is a price I normally don't use. I always end in an 8. It was an electronic version. It sold for $19.80, and I only paid 99 cents for it. So I think I was in a hurry listing it and didn't realize that I didn't adjust the pricing. But it still sold, so I still made money for it. So those are all the items that most of the items that I sold for the week of the first week of February. If you want to check out all my items, you can always just click on the link below and check out my store. And there is a short video of a current trip to Goodwill. And thanks for watching. So right now I'm currently in my local Goodwill. This is a display case they have right up by the register. I always check there. I found some Game Boy Advances in there. That's where they keep their Nintendo games as well. And then I usually pass through the shoes. I usually look for Dance Goes or any other higher brand that I think I might be able to make a good amount of money from. And then this is the electronics department, electronics section, I should say. I always look for power adapters for Nintendo or any other gaming console. I ended up getting those headphones for my daughter. They don't really have much of a resale value, the Turtle Beach headphones, at least not that particular set did not. And I ended up buying that extra USB power adapter for my daughter as well. I did look up comps on that pot, and it wasn't worth purchasing. And then this section, again, I always look for Napa Valley, anything Napa Valley items. The storage crates. They have a ton of plush. And I found quite a few good plushes in this store. And then this is where they recently moved their toy section. It's a little bit smaller than where it was before, but I always look for sealed games just to see if there's any potential. There really wasn't much in that particular plastic bag there worth breaking up to sell. And then silverware, like I said, I always look for Cutco items. I don't do much with dishes. I'm just not that familiar with them. Pots and pans, all clad or um, Le Creuset. I always look for those. I don't really find them very often. Now in this section, I will look for Rachel Ray, like baking roasters or any type of other accessory that she sells. Those seem to sell okay on eBay. This section is usually where I would find like Pampered Chef stoneware, either the cooking stones, the pizza stones. Always look for Starbucks mugs or any other actual mugs that are unique. Sometimes will sell. I just don't spend a whole lot of time with them in this particular section. And I don't do much with glassware at all. That wasn't really worth anything. I looked it up. This is where a lot of breakables or knickknacks. I don't do much in this section either because I'm just not that familiar with it. Oh, it's a replica old phone. I didn't purchase it. It's neat looking, but no. That wasn't worth any money either. I looked it up. At least I wouldn't make much profit off of it, I should say. Really, the shelves really weren't that full this day. Those binoculars were not worth any money either. In this section, I always look for Trapper Keepers or Lisa Frank folders or any other type of vintage folders. Sometimes they can be worth money. Now what I'm looking at right now is a Garfield mug holder. Um, I ended up putting it back. They wanted $6 for it, and that's about what they go for on eBay. So it really wasn't. There's no profit to be made on it. Now sometimes in this section you'll find certain types of yarn. I've sold some yarn before where I've made quite a bit of money, but you have to scan it for knitting. And then this is their furniture room, which they now discontinued collecting furniture, so they're going to actually turn it into like clothing and stuff like that. I ended up leaving that there. I did not purchase it. Now, sometimes those hampers there, those vintage hampers, can be worth some money on eBay as long as you're not afraid of shipping a bigger or a larger item like that, especially like the retro ones. All right, and thanks for watching, everyone.